Basketball is tightly knit to almost every concept in physics: angular momentum, forces, kinematics, aerodynamics, angular entry, and more. We chose to focus on the most vital, the science behind the shooting of a great shooter, and what gives the ability to make people jump higher.
Kinematics in shooting is extremely important, as is projectile motion. To shoot, you must know how the parabolic arch can take your shot from average to great. The best way to shoot the ball is with a high arc. The goal when shooting a basketball is to release the ball at an angle that will give you the slowest velocity when it reaches the rim. If you shoot this way, the ball will have a high arc. In addition, you will have the shooter's touch. This occurs when the ball bounces softly around the rim and falls through. Shooting this way is the best because the target area increases with a higher launch angle. The higher the arc, the larger the target. Shooting with little to no arc is the worst way to shoot a basketball. Shooting with a low launch angle requires more initial speed upon release to get the ball to the basket. This means the ball will have a greater collision with the rim. This type of shot will also have a very low trajectory. Because of the little amount of arc, the target area decreases, so there is less of a chance of the ball going into the basket.
Shooting with a higher angle at, let's say, a medium height arc improves the chances of making the shot. Shooting with a medium height arc requires less velocity and thus will create a weaker collision with the rim. Additionally, the increase in trajectory will increase the target area of the basket, so there is a greater chance of the ball going in.
Then there's the granny shot, which replicates the angle of a much deeper release, which will cause a sharper and higher angle, thus creating a greater chance of entry, along with the backward spin to reduce the entry speed, which will also increase the percentage. Yet it may seem unorthodox, it is by far the best statistical way to shoot a basketball.
Newton's third law states, forces result from the mutual interaction of bodies and therefore always occur in pairs. These forces are always equal to each other in magnitude and opposite in direction. This is demonstrated when George is stationary. His weight acts downwards and the normal force from the ground acts upwards, both of which are of the same magnitude. And according to Newton's third law, when George pushes down on the ground with a force that is greater than his weight, the normal force on his feet will be greater, ultimately accelerating him upward and allowing him to jump.
The art of jumping has been changed and modified over the years, with the help of science and new ideas. What you're seeing here is George using his lateral speed to increase his vertical height. As you can see here, George is approaching a running jump. He swings his arms upwards, therefore your body is forced in a downward direction, increasing the force with which you push off the ground, therefore adding to the height of your jump. To be effective, you must throw your arms up before your feet leave the ground to achieve maximum potential.